Wing it.
Wing it. Hello, my friends, and welcome to today's episode of Candid with Cal. My name's Cal. I'm a stroke survivor, and I'm the founder of Genyus Network, your trauma survivor support team. And today we are here at Epworth Hospital Rehab with this incredible dude, your brother, Mr. Paul Fink. Yay!
Hello. Hello.
Paul, welcome to the crew. You've
you.
been part of our community for...
Thank you.
How long have... Well, we met a few years ago.
Maybe 3 or 4 years ago.
3 or 4 years ago. So we're going to be quick because actually at the moment we're at rehab with Paul. Paul's on a little break and he's got to go do running group, and having done running group for like 2.5 years, I know some of the stuff you're about to do, so get ready to do your horse grabs and all that stuff. So Paul, if you're watching and you haven't met Paul yet, Paul had his stroke when you were 34.
Yep.
34, is now 39, doesn't look a day over 21.
Thank you.
Paul's married, has 2 children.
Yep.
Two boys. What are their names?
Oscar and Harrison.
Oscar and Harrison. A 5-year-old and a 1-year-old-ish? One-ish year old. Hands full. But more on that later because we've got lots of time to chat. This is one of our very early chats with Paul that we're going to have. Lauren Fink, Paul's wife, is also in our community, and Lauren's a physiotherapist.
Yep.
Sensational physio, another one of our Genyus crew. But today I'm wanting to talk with Paul because, Paul, can you tell us a bit about... So you had your stroke when you were 34.
34, yep.
What are 2 things since your stroke that have changed the most?
Mainly my speech.
Yep.
And my movement. I have paralyzed one side.
Okay.
And but walking. And my speech is affected.
Yep.
With aphasia.
Aphasia. So I guess one thing I want to just tell you right now, if you're watching, Paul and I met a few years ago, and I must say that in the last sort of 2.5 years, your speech has changed so much, having started with more global aphasia, and what we were discussing just a second ago was it now being more of a receptive...
progressive.
Progressive. Okay, progressive. Well, I didn't know that. Very progressive language there, Paul.
I don't know the exact terms, but...
And you were telling me some stuff before. Can you tell us about, like, how you, mobility-wise, obviously, have you had to relearn how to walk?
Yeah, I was sitting in a wheelchair roughly 4 months after my stroke. And after that, walking with a AFO.
Okay.
And walking cane or walking stick.
Yep.
And eventually, with my physio help,
yep,
I ditched the walking cane.
Yep.
And the AFO also.
Amazing. So you've started out, I guess we should probably say that, like, I definitely relate with you in terms of, like, where your scars with pride. I think yours is pretty badass. I think you might have one up on me on that, but anyway. But we're both survivors of AVMs, so lots of our community have had AVMs.
Yep.
So with that mobility change,
yep,
how has that impacted your independence the most?
Initially a lot. I was not allowed to drive. Luckily, I received my license after maybe 2.5 years after my stroke, and almost life-changing. What's the word?
What is that word? Yeah, I think you were right. I think
Turning point?
Oh yeah, but life-changing. I think you were right the first time.
With my independence.
Yeah.
So, because I can drive to anywhere with my sons, my
Right.
wife, less depending my wife help me.
Right. So you've been able to sort of, I guess, by getting your license back, you've gained this different sense of independence.
Yeah.
Able to be sort of more the dad that you want to be.
Yeah, for example, I drove to running group.
Today.
Yep.
Where'd you
And,
park?
Don't worry, to keep going. And not far.
Okay, cool.
And I'll drive back.
Yeah. Do you have, is it a modified car? Like,
Yeah.
and what does that sort of entail? What does that look like?
Mainly 3 things.
Mm-hmm.
The most change was the pedals in my car, because normal cars is, well, I can't tell it now, but the celebration is this side,
Ah, okay.
and the brake is the centre.
Okay.
But my disability, right hand disability,
Yeah.
means my legs is not used. So my brake pedal
Yeah.
is the center,
Okay.
and my acceleration is this side.
Oh, so the accelerator is the other side to
Other-
what? If
other
you were
side.
okay.
Yeah, and I was not hard, but need lots of lessons to getting used to it with the modifications.
And who's helped you with those lessons?
My OT with Corporate Hospital.
Oh, yeah. Driving assessment OTs.
Yep. And I think, and for driving instructors or lessons,
Yeah.
and the other modifications with indicators,
Okay.
and because normally Australian cars
Yep.
is the indicators is the right
Right-hand side. Yep.
Yeah, but this is not functional yet.
Yeah.
So my car has a tiny lever
Mm-hmm.
indicators with left hand, sorry,
Oh, okay.
and normally easy, sort of common sense.
Yeah.
And also I use the spinning knob.
Oh, like the
Spinning knob.
thingy.
Yeah. Sort of similar to truck drivers.
Oh, there you go.
I think.
Now, I must say that you just said about your right-hand side not being functional yet.
Yes.
I feel like we're all on a journey. I'm sure your right arm's on a journey. But the first time we met, we didn't shake hands because
No.
you weren't comfortable doing
Yeah.
that and didn't feel you had
Or
enough
the
function.
fist bump.
We did a fist bump. I remember
Yeah.
that very specifically. It was all about fist bumping. And then most recently, you stuck your arm out and your hand out to me and gave me a bloody, what's he called? The Hulk hand. No, it was a good grip. So you've had heaps of change,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
You continue recovering.
yeah, well, common phrase is loser or not losing.
Oh, like the whole use it or lose it thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So any handshake, I'll use my affected hand.
Yeah.
Because
That's even more. Seriously, that is actually more
Well,
since.
not,
It's amazing.
but with a little bit Botox
Yeah.
and lots of obviously repetition exercises.
Yeah.
The hand is improving
Yeah.
a little bit.
And do you keep it that like every day? Is that like an everyday activity thing to
No,
try
but
and use it?
every handshake.
So it's a
always.
meaningful thing.
Yeah, because on purpose. Because tiny the movement,
Yeah.
a little bit therapy. But helps.
Brilliant.
I think.
Oh, it certainly helps. And now, lastly, obviously, I want to go into this a bit more for our crew out there who might be managing with aphasia as well. So, can you tell us quickly? The aphasia. I've stuffed up plenty of times with people that.
Me too.
Everyone
does.
And it sucks. It's so shit. That's about me though. So when it goes to about you, how do you like people to talk with you? What makes it easy?
I sometimes mix up my kids' names,
Yeah.
but definitely with similar objects.
Mhm.
For example, fork, knife, spoons.
Right.
Very similar.
Is that because they look similar?
I don't know.
Okay.
The reason? I think so,
They're
maybe.
single syllables, maybe.
Yeah, I'm not sure. What else? Forgot your question.
Well, that's because I probably did the long-winded one where I've made it really tricky.
No, because also
Yeah.
because aphasia affects with speaking, obviously,
Mhm.
writing,
Yep.
definitely a writing, and also understanding. So I get it maybe 80% of stuff.
Yep. As in you receive it and process
Yeah,
that.
but complex questions or understanding, not hard, but I can buy, but
Yeah.
not worry, but
If there's something about, I guess we've got lots of people in our Genyus crew who have aphasia, whether that be, predominantly expressive aphasia or receptive or global. I think that something that I'm learning on my journey of aphasia is that the significance of clear communication is imperative for all of us.
yeah.
What is something that you would say to one of your Genyus friends who has aphasia to give them hope?
Yeah, good question. I reckon maybe two things. You mentioned you compliment me with my speech, and the feedback is so important for me. I bet lots of people also. So good feedback. I feel more confident and more motivated to keep going my journey.
Yeah.
And two is my stroke was over 5 years ago. I woke up after my coma. I can't physically talk. Zero words.
Just no words.
Yeah. However, obviously 5 years ago and now is a huge difference. But if you had to tell day by day, I'm improving or not
Yeah.
with my speech. So the feedback is very important.
Okay.
So anyway, the advice, if you want, trying to use. I'm trying to speak all the time because speaking, especially out loud, sometimes tough, but beneficial with overall improving my speech.
Yeah.
So, ironically, I was not a talker pre-stroke.
Yes, Paul.
Well, my wife loves to talk.
Yeah, I know. I've met Lauren. She's awesome.
So now I'm trying to speak all the time.
Yeah.
Because, and I said it because speaking helped me my speech, and
Do you know what? I must say, am I able to talk? Is that okay? What you say.
It's your show.
Yeah, it's your show. You say that speaking a lot and almost just sort of forcing yourself to get out of your comfort zone and speak helps you. But I must say that it really helps us who might not have the exact same experience of language that you're having, but it helps all of us understand your experience.
Yeah.
And for me, it makes me go inside my own experience and think a bit more about how important language is.
And also, I remember 4 years ago, physically struggling to talk. I remember this stage.
Yeah.
And fortunately, I can speak.
Yeah.
Not very well, but
Pretty bloody good.
not bad. And I'm conscious other survivors is different stage.
Yeah.
With recovery.
Yeah.
More advanced or less advanced.
Yes.
I'm conscious. Basically, I'm very lucky because I can speak.
You've got a lot of things in your toolkit, and you've got a lot of wisdom to share. So, I think it's pretty wise. I think the thing that I want to take out of that is the first thing you mentioned was about positivity. And I think that something that we always talk about on Genyus is the 3 Ps: patience, positivity, and persistence. I think to add a 4th P, you personify that, and I think that's bloody awesome. And for anyone out there, if you're sitting there and you're thinking, how do I progress? Just to add another P into the pack, or how do I continue? This is evidence of how you can continue. It's all part of the journey. I'm on a journey 10 years later, you're on a journey 5 years in, and you're on your journey. And Paul, I feel like we're going to have other parts of our journey together, and I would love to welcome you back whenever you're up for a chat. Maybe with Lauren, maybe with Oscar and Harrison.
Yep.
That'd be pretty cool. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Everyone say goodbye to Paul.
Thank you.
Adios, Paul. Thank you so much. We'll see you very soon. If you've got anything that's resonated with you, I'm sure you have. It's resonated with all of us here. Please put it in the comments below. But for now, we are with you. Let us know your stories. Thank you so much, Paul. I'm a genius. Paul's a genius. You're a genius.
Thank you.
Thank you. See ya.